Hey guys, welcome to Tutorial Thursdays. This is Tutorial 1, Turtle Ring and Earrings. Go ahead and get your supplies together, set all of them aside except for your clay, and start to condition it. You'll want to flatten out your clay. I did this with a pasta machine, but you can use whatever method you like. And just go ahead and trim off the edges. We want to cut even rectangles here so that each earring is the same and not different. Squish the smaller rectangles together to make one ball, and then cut a bigger rectangle for your ring and roll that into a ball as well. Now you're just going to want to trim off the very edge of the ball. Do not cut it completely in half because when you flatten it, this will help you get that shell shape. So now I'm just going to go ahead and remove the fingerprints and flatten a little bit more. And here you are, a turtle shell shape. Go ahead and measure it up to your ring. Make sure that none is sticking out. I actually had to modify the base of my ring because it was sticking out and I couldn't get one small enough. So you can do that as well. And now just take the smaller ball that you have, cut it completely in half, and roll each one into a ball. These are going to be the shells for the earrings. Again, just trim off the very bottom of the ball, not completely in half, and size them up. Make sure they're trimmed in the same place so that the earrings are even. Sit them on your flat surface and flatten, flatten, flatten. And here you are. These are going to be the shells for your earrings for your turtle. And now I'm going to go ahead and just shape the head. Basically, it's just a teardrop. Once you get it in the teardrop shape, you'll flatten it out a little bit. And you just want to pull the bottom of the teardrop down. I sped this up quite a bit because the process takes a long time, but you get the idea. Go ahead and measure it up to the shell. It fits perfectly. So we just want to grab the back, fan it out just a little bit, get a little bit of our TLS, and put it on the head. Now I did go ahead and choose to use wire here just because I believe that it does help things stay together better. You'll see a lot of wire in a lot of my tutorials along with the TLS because it really does help to keep things together. And here I'm just going to go ahead and flatten the head out on the back of the shell. You won't see this, so don't worry about it. The only reason that I'm doing it is just so that it stays together better. It's going to be on the ring, so. Okay, from here, I'm going to go ahead and flatten out an oval shape. You cut it in half, cut the very tip of each rounded part off, add a wire, a little bit of TLS, and you're going to stick this into the bottom of the shell. This is going to become the turtle's feet. Now, please make sure to use the wire and TLS. It's really going to help it stick together. The feet would probably break off otherwise after baking if it was banged around too much. And since it is a ring on your hand, I would put this. Okay, from here I'm going to cut a little tiny triangle, and this is going to be the tail. Again, I'm going to go ahead and choose to use the wire and the TLS because I don't want this tail to fall off. It's really tiny and really fragile. So just go ahead and put your TLS on, your wire, stick the tail on here, and go ahead and check the thickness. Make sure it is all the same thickness for your ring. Now I'm going to take my tool here and make deep impressions on each foot. This is because I'm trying to get the illusion that each one is actually 2 feet for a total of 4. You don't have to do this, and you don't even have to put on feet if you don't want to. Now from here, I'm making some circular impressions pretty deep in the shell. This is going to make it look like a turtle shell, as you can see. Just put some slits in there. All right, now I'm fashioning the head of the earrings. These are really tiny, so they take a bit longer, so I just went ahead and sped up the process. And again, I am using the wire just like I used in the smaller turtle shell to stick the head on these and just smooth out the back. Okay, and there you have it. There is your earring and your rings. We're going to go ahead and put the feet on our smaller turtles for the earrings. Again, I did the same exact thing, smaller ovals, cut in half, wire in the bottom, TLS. I want to make sure that they stay on. And this is the process I follow. So there you have it. There's your smaller turtle. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here just so you can see. I apologize, it's not focusing. But there's your smaller turtle. Okay, and there's both of them with the feet on. Now I'm just going to follow the same steps I followed, the impressions on the shell, the feet. I'm only putting one tiny toe on these because they're so small, it's really hard to put anything more. Okay, so here's the first turtle. And be careful when you're pushing down. It actually will pick up the clay because it's so small and it's not heavy at all. So just take care when doing that. And there's the ring and the earrings. Now, I went ahead and made little hearts for mine. You don't have to do that, but that's just what I did. So just take a small piece of clay, and I'll show how to make hearts in another tutorial. Just for now, I mean, pretty much you just shape it into a heart. You're going to put a little bit of the TLS on the butt portion of the turtle. And then just add your heart right on top of it. This will definitely help it bond when it's baking. I pushed mine down a little bit. All right, from here I'm going to put on the eyes. I just mixed a little bit of black chalk pastels with the TLS. And then I'm using a head pin to put the eyes on. I'm going to flop around and use the other end of the head pin, the small end, for the earrings because the eyes are so tiny on these. These really, really are pretty small. So, okay, and now we're going to go ahead and move on to the blush. This is just a little bit of your chalk pastels in pink and just rub it on just a little bit for blush. And now we're ready to bake. Yay! And this is how I lay mine out when I bake. Everybody does it different. But this is what I use. I actually have a small toaster oven that I use to bake mine in. So they're all baked. They're ready to go. I've got my glue. You can use any glue. I choose E6000 because it works great and it dries pretty fast. But again, you can use whichever glue you like. If you are going to use E6000, please read all the precautions on it. Do not get it on your skin and ask your parents' permission before using it. That's really, really important. A little goes a long way. So now I'm just going to sit the turtle on top of my base. And there you go. There's the ring. And this is actually almost dry. I mean, I'm not sure that the glue is almost dry, but it didn't move at all. I mean, just a few moments after placing it. So again, a little goes a long way. Just place a little bit of glue on the earring back and stick it to the turtle. And you want to do this for both of your earrings. And again, a little goes a long way. Make sure that your room is completely ventilated when you use this because the vapors can harm you. All right, so here should be what your finished product looked like, the ring, and then all three together. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Until next time, bye-bye.